We back. Thanks for being patient with us, guys. It's been kind of a funky season, but here we are. We're ready for you. Mercury is in micro braids, and we're all doing our best. This is Blackness and Dragons, Season 4, The Quest for Matricon. We are a D&D 5e actual play. My name is A. Jordan Lambert. I'm the Dungeon Master around these parts. You know who else is a Dungeon Master, just not around these parts? My friend DK.
Hi, that's me. I'm friend DK. I play Belgoria Dumal, who's just a big fancy angel woman, and I'm still very excited about it. And I also DM over on Exquisite Corpse Presents, also here on Twitch. It's a real weird game with no magic and a whole lot of homosexuality. So if you're into that, come join us. You know who has to decide for themselves whether or not they're into that? Jeff?
Yeah. In this weird world of toxic masculinity, I'm just always so obsessed with like what other people think about me. But I should just watch things based off of my enjoyment, not other people's judgment. Thank you, DK, for helping me realize that. I'm Jeff, and I play Z. And I'm just so honored because you guys know how much this is a big deal for me. But Jordan said that I could do the Black History Month quote of the day today. So just look forward to that. Really honoring our rich history is so important to me. So I'm glad that I get to be able to do that. You know what? I'm also glad to be able to do? Pass it on to my good friend Kiki, who's back. Woo! Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! I heard you bitches were looking for me. Anyway, I'm Kiki. I play a high elf named Rayla. And, she's expensive. And she be on her way doing stuff. But you know who's typically not into doing stuff? My good guy Moses.
It's probably accurate. I don't know what it means, but
It's not
it's
even an
probably
insult.
accurate. I'm Moses. I play Thyres Goody, a troubled Tabaxian. And I'm excited that we're all back. Take it away, Jordan.
Take it away, Jeff. Don't fuck it up.
I never would. Poetry is one of the things that unites us, and its ability to take the simple, like just distilling the simple aspects of life into the most beautiful of words. So this comes from one of the greatest of Black poets. Okay. Drop it to the floor. Make that ass shake. Whoa. Make the ground move. That's an ass quake. Build a house up on that ass. That's an ass state. Roll my weed on it. That's an ass tray. Say yay, don't we do this every day, yay? I work them long nights to get a payday. Finally got paid. Now I need shade and a vacay, and niggas still hating. So much hate, I need an AK. But now we out in Paris, yeah. I'm Perrierin. White girls politicking, that's at Sarah Palin. Getting hot. Californicating. I give her that D, because that's where I'm born and raised. Lamborghini Mercy.
You know what? You made me proud, Jeff. Thank you. DK, would you like to lead us through a recap on what's happened in the last few sessions? We've had some weeks off. We were missing a player. We might need to give everybody a nice run of what has happened so far as we try to save Matricon.
Sure. Alrighty. So initially we got a quest from a bunny man, Henry the Herongon, asking us to look into the bloodline of King Mordred, who is a bad guy. Just a really terrible king that we don't enjoy at all. And after fighting some weird magic dogs, we did in fact begin our quest, taking along with us a couple of items, including a jar full of bees, which has yet to come into play, but I'm sure it will very soon. And then we were intending to go to the Great Library, but we stopped to go to a brothel of some kind where there was just a brothel-wide orgy happening, and that was a very good night for us. Then we went, after we partied, to the Great Library in the Kingdom of Riverwood to look into this. And after basically giving a secret code word to the very, very, very old man working in the library, he led us through some books, and we tried to get some information about Mordred. We did not. Instead, we got to throw hands with books and won, so that's good for us. Finally, we did get a scroll that actually had some useful information on it. Unfortunately for us, it was useful information in a different language, so we had to go and see my friend, Belgoria's friend Perseus. We went to the small town of Small Wharf to get a translation. On the way, we got lit. We found a weird lizard pulling a cart, and we bought stuff from him, and we don't know what it does, and that's very exciting. After we did that, we finally made it to Small Wharf, and we got our translation, which was something to the effect of, in order to restore peace to our kingdom, we will not only need to prove that Mordred is the false heir to the kingdom, which he is, but find the true heir. Apparently, there is somewhere in this kingdom verifiable proof that Mordred is a fake. It's based off of some kind of prediction. So now we are on our way to a different place to go see a different, very, very old man who apparently kept very good records, and try and find Mordred's family tree so that we can have us a kingdom-wide episode of Maury and determine who is in fact the father.
Perfect. Yes, absolutely. That is what has happened. Speaking of, you bought a whole bunch of stuff from a lizard man. That was our good friend Loop Daddy, who we may or may not see again. And I just want to do a loot check because we got lots of loot starting to pile up. So first of all, we've got a potion of bees, which when uncorked releases a swarm of bees and distracts the opponent, blah, blah, blah. You guys have a coin that you can try and use to see if someone is lying or telling the truth when they tell you something. And we got a hat of vermin, which allows you to call some animals out of it. When you visited Loop Daddy, you got 4 necromancy pots, and I have decided that what those do is that if someone has died, they can drink 2 of them and be brought back from the dead. You got 2 chromatic sodas. Those are going to basically work the same as a chromatic orb when thrown to the ground, so you can use that instead of using a spell slot. And you got 4 restoration elixirs. Those are going to give back 7 HP. You also got a really tiny whip, a long rope, a banjo-lele, and a tambourine. And you were told that you wanted to travel through Baybro to get to Spirit Glen to find the family tree. And also, Z is upset because he left his book at home. Didn't realize y'all were going to be gone this long. And so Z doesn't have his book.
I'm reciting it to
and that's right. Tyrese has already read this book series. So Tyrese is reciting the first book to Z. That way y'all can all read the second book together. And so you guys spent the night at Perseus's Inn. You wake up in the morning. It's been 2 weeks, so I forgot what voice Perseus has. Y'all just have to bear with me. I'm going to make up a new one. You wake up to a knock on the door, and Perseus going, "There's someone here to see you. They say they're a friend. I told them to stay downstairs just in case they're not a friend. I ain't even confirmed that y'all were here. I said maybe they're here, maybe they're not here. So, like, do you want to see her? It's some elf lady. She kind of naked."
I immediately reached for my pocket to check to see if my dice of many things is still there, because I had one, but you didn't announce it, which makes me think that you might.
You do have the die of many things.
Like, did I do something
You have
bad?
the die of many things. I'm sorry. No, that wasn't on my notes. I just went right past it. You have the die of many things as well. So you reach in your pocket and you see it there.
Okay. I immediately polymorph into a dog and grab my tiny whip.
Do you run downstairs or do you?
Yeah, I run downstairs and I'm just like growling and whipping. Have you ever seen like a dog like grab a toy?
Yeah. When you get downstairs, you see Rayla. Rayla, you see a dog with a tiny whip in its mouth going bananas. What do you do?
Calm down, gentle being. Do you want to play? Does the good boy want to play?
And then like a snake pops up from like my back and says, "I am not a good boy, and I do not want to play."
The fuck? Dude, stop kidding. Why are you a dog?
Cause it's fun. I'm a dog with a whip. That's scary as shit.
I'm gonna hear the commotion, I imagine, of the whip just like hitting sides of the wall. What's going on out here? Oh, hey, it's Rayla!
Hey, y'all. Did you guys miss me?
He did. I'm
Well,
pointing.
I'm spring breaking pretty hard with Despero. I
Spring
brought
break?
back treats. I know it's tiny, but it's mouse sweet.
I'm gonna grab it with my talons. Oh my god, bless your heart. I need one of those. Did you bring any mice matches?
Good question. I don't think so.
Belgoria has been down here this whole time, just like silently in the shadows, being a weird person who doesn't sleep. And I'm gonna cast the cantrip Green Flame Blade on my mace and hold it out to Tyrese.
You've been here the entire time? Thank you. I'm about like a little baby smoke, just a.
Because you smoked the mouse weed, all of your, if you have to do any constitution saves or anything like that for the next end of the session, it's going to be at disadvantage because you're mouse high.
I am a 7-foot tabaxian cat, though.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. I'm a
That mouse weed hits different.
It's pretty good, though. Not gonna lie. It's a great time.
I'm having a good time.
So what have you guys been up to?
Oh, that's right. You missed a whole bunch. Well,
and as you guys are getting Rayla caught up to speed, Perseus hops behind the kitchen or behind the bar and starts making a quick breakfast for you guys. He cooks up like a nice little potato hash with some sausage and some cheese in there.
Can I get 2 plates?
Puts it down in front of you. He gives 2 plates to Tyrese and says, "Y'all gonna be on a long journey. Figured you might want to eat first."
Thank you for thinking of us, Percy.
Can I ingest it like a cartoon and I just shove the plate in my mouth and then remove the plate without the food?
Absolutely. 2 times in a row because you have 2 plates.
Perfect.
I'm still a dog, so I'm, eating, but I'm a dog, so.
Are we satisfied with this, with breakfast and everything that's happened? Is there anything else you guys want to do before you leave Perseus? All right. So you guys leave Perseus. You start heading over to Baybro. We're not going to have to do the whole journey, but we are going to do a quick smash cut to this first roll on the encounter table. So who wants to roll their D100? Do we want to give that honor to Kiki since it's her first week back?
Yeah.
All right, girl.
Yeah.
We're playing real D&D now, which means every time y'all travel, we need to roll on the encounter table until I get tired of this dumb gimmick and I stop doing it.
So next week, so last week?
Probably by next week, I think I'll be done.
Is 98 bad?
98. I'll have to scroll all the way down to 98. Let's see what
Another
happens.
Bacalan orgy.
No. So you guys you're journeying. You're passing through villages and that kind of thing. You're stopping to rest when you need to stop. You get right outside of a village, maybe at the halfway point in between Bayboro and Spirit Glen, and a very old-looking drow approaches you, and he's walking with a walking stick. He's got on a long cloak, And he looks at each of you and says, "Repent your sins. I know details."
Belgoria pops her wings out and just looks
I
at him
just start-
pointedly.
And I'm barking.
I have no regrets for anything I've done in the past. As you can see, sir, I walk around clothed scantily.
And at that point, he starts laughing and drops his hood. And he's like, "It's a gimmick, you guys. It usually gets people to give me money. I'm sorry."
That's some nigga shit.
I am a drow. Heyo. And he puts the cloak back up and starts to walk away.
I turn back into my human form and I go up to him and I say, "So you said that you have money. How much would you say that you make?"
Doing this, I can pull a good 100 gold every day. People are really scared about going to hell.
Well, if you don't give us 50 gold, me and my friends will kill you.
This is not embezzlement, so technically it's not against what Henry told you to do. This is blackmail. It's a shakedown.
Yeah.
So in theory, you're still within your bounds.
Yeah.
He looks at his walking stick, and he looks at the four of you, and he realizes this guy just transformed from a dog into like a snake person, and he's like, "How about 50 gold? No, wait, you asked for 50? 25.
So I cast infestation, and worms start like crawling up from the ground up his leg. And I say, "How about 55?"
And he looks at you and he says, "I'll give you 57 if you make these damn worms go away."
They disappear.
He gives you 57 gold.
Guys, I'm gonna buy breakfast at the next place we go to. I've done one good deed for the day.
How is that a good deed?
Breakfast.
He did a fun joke with us and then you robbed him.
No, I asked him for money with jokes. I also did a fun joke. You see, humor. It really depends. Like, one person might be like, "Oh, worms are super funny." Somebody might like, word play, or worm play. You see, it really.
I laughed. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, see, it's pretty funny. It's like just like a funny thing. Did I hurt him? No.
I'm gonna look at
Only slightly more freaked out by you, but okay.
I can't argue with that logic.
Thank you. Also, you know what? Drinks are on me. Hey, see? Yeah. And we have to have money to do our quest.
As you guys are having this spirited conversation, you're continuing to walk. And when Z says drinks are on me, you, Tyrese, Z, and Belgoria hear a familiar voice behind them and the rattling of a familiar cart and says, "Drinks? Somebody want to buy some drinks?"
Hey, it's the Cheddar Man.
You sure get around.
Yeah, you guys. You turn around, and this is the first time you've seen this person, Rayla. They are a lizard folk. They look like Mark Ribbolette, so we've been calling them Loop Daddy affectionately. And as you get a closer look at this magical cart that the lizard man is carrying, it's taller than he is. It moves in kind of weird ways. You do see Loop Daddy carved into the side of it. So that's now canonically his name. And Loop Daddy, the lizard folk, he stops in front of y'all and he says, "Hey, I recognize y'all. Y'all want some more drinks? I got other stuff too."
Oh, this place is legit. We gotta get something for our girl Rat. Yeah, what you got this time?
And he opens some stuff up. His cart does the weird thing again where everything like reconfigures itself and it all moves around and it gets really weird. He starts pulling things out of his cart. And he goes, "I I saw this and I thought about you, Snake Man. I'll give this to you for a nice 20 gold. It's a musket.
No, thank you.
Out of character for a moment, we have been texting about this fucking musket for 2 weeks. Jeff asked for a gun 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I will see if I can find a way to give you a gun on the condition that all it could be was a musket, and now he won't take it. The world has seen this.
For 20 gold? I'm not made out of money.
Luke Daddy, would you do a trade? I got some mouse weed.
Oh, mouse weed? That shit'll get you turned. And Loop Daddy snatches the mouse joint and then drops the musket, and the musket falls on the ground.
Who's got a musket now?
The other, I just want to point out the other contingency part about this musket is that every time you want to use it in battle, Jeff, you have to, before your turn, you have to say, so I pulled out my gun.
Okay.
If you don't do it, the musket won't fire.
That's fair. That is
Loop Daddy shuffles around some more and he goes, can I interest anybody in a sword?
Did you say sword?
Yes, I did.
You can
A
interest
nice
me
big
in a
one. It
sword.
looks like it'll be. I think that big fella will be able to use this one really nice. It's a big sword. And he points to Tyrese.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach my hand out to pick up the sword.
That's
Come on,
only
fella.
5 gold.
Oh wow, wow! Is it like a two-handed sword? Can you just?
That's it's a sword that's proportionate to your size, so it's rather large.
I'm gonna start doing fake lightsaber noises. I'm gonna look at Z. Can you pay the man?
I pull out some gold. I toss it to the lizard. I got you.
Thanks, man.
What do Belgoria and Rayla want to buy anything?
Having seen the 6 sword that Tyrese just got, I also want a sword, but one my size.
Right. Yeah, you tell Loop Daddy that, and he's like, hang on, and he like jumps into the cart head first and like swims around for a minute. It's very like Scrooge McDuck X, and he pops up on the other side of the cart with like the sword in between his teeth, and he's like, this one's a little bit older. I've had it for a while, but still a piece of good inventory. And hands it to you.
I'll take it. Thank you. How much?
5 more gold.
Belgoria will reach into her armor and pull out like one of those the things like tourists wear, where they just have all their shit on their chest so that no one can get it from underneath her armor. And she's gonna just pull out her own gold that's not ill-gotten gains and look at Z and say, who raised you to leave home without money?
I did not have money. Did you think I didn't have money?
Walk me through
You're
the
so
part where
funny.
you robbed an old drow then.
Okay,
We were all there.
Money is a thing where like you spend it and then you need more, right? So just because you have money in your bank account doesn't mean that you don't go rob somebody for money in the future.
I think it definitely
have
means
money
that.
to rob money.
This
think
is
it
weird
definitely means
logic.
that.
There's some holes in there.
And when you say that, he looks at you and he says, hey, Loop Daddy looks at you and goes, hey, you weren't here last time. What can I get you?
You know, I was away on some travels with a couple of micey friends, and can I tell you, I could really use a new bag. Something that could just like endlessly carry things. Something super useful. You got anything like that?
And he says, oh, I got maybe. And he reconfigures the cart again like a Rubik's Cube and like kind of crawls underneath. And then he pops his head back out of the bottom, like, you know, like when a mechanic's working on a car and they pop their head out. He does that thing and he's like, you got color preference?
I mean, I'm particular to lavender.
All right. So he shuffles around a little bit more and finds something and he says, the only thing I got in lavender used to belong to a witch. So It'll hold your stuff, but it might have a few quirks of its own.
I'll take it.
And he hands you the bag and says, cursed bag, 2 gold.
I guess I can part with 2 gold. I'm gonna reach in my little ripped up bag that I'm about to get rid of. Give him 2 of my very sad 20 gold.
And he takes the 2 gold, reconfigures the card again, and says, anything else I can help y'all with?
Now I'm just gonna start putting stuff in my new bag.
One question.
Yes?
Do you happen to have any items that I don't know how can I ask this? Like are cursed, or like perhaps are like books bound with like the blood and skin and bones of sinners, or anything like cool like that? That'd be just. I don't want to use it. I just think it'd be really sick to have. Like something like that would be cool.
I sold my last Necronomicon last week. I had to call the guy, but stock is real low right now, so he might re-up.
No, that's all right.
But I'm not sure when I'll see it.
No, it's fine. I was just wondering. Just window shopping, really.
Loop Daddy.
All right, y'all hit them.
Is this black sentient?
What makes you ask that question?
Because I put stuff in it, and it's disappeared, and I'm finding crunched up pieces of French fries now.
And you say that, and Loop Daddy opens his mouth, and then you hear a voice coming from, you guys are not sure where it comes from, and it says, you give me the things to hold, and I hold the things.
Did that bag just speak?
Who said that?
Oh my.
Me!
And what's your name?
Jan.
Okay, so I asked for a cursed object, and she gets a cursed bag. Super cool, Loot Daddy. Super cool.
Hey, she bought the bag before you asked, man. If you had asked first, you would have gotten the bag. That's the only thing with a curse on it that I have right now.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm sorry.
You also asked specifically for a Necronomicon, and I sold the last one.
No, you're right. I'm just a little salty. Probably gonna have to
also, we're getting raided. Welcome, raiders. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening. Hey, let's go. And so Loop Daddy gathers his belongings and starts pushing his cart again and says, next time y'all are on the road and you need some stuff, just say, get your ass in the pool. Everybody get in the pool. Come on and get in the pool. And I'll come running.
Okay.
It was nice seeing you. See you next time.
Thanks for your help and your things.
Thanks
Goodbye
for the
now. And Loop Daddy takes his cart and walks away.
What a nice lizard.
Really? I mean, he makes the Geico one look like a demon.
A chump.
Yeah.
My snakes look up, thinking that you're talking about them, and then they're like, oh no, and then they just slink back sadly.
Oh. And so you guys continue on. Now, if we look at the map, which is located on our Twitter page and in our Discord on QueueTimes, folks, hey, shameless plugs, we know that to get from Bayboro to Spirit Glen, that's kind of a really long walk. It's a long journey, which leads us to this evening's second roll on the encounter table. Who would like the honor of rolling that D100?
Cisco.
Go for it, Mo. Cisco. Mo raised his hand first. Sorry, Cisco. I mean, on one hand, a Tabaxi and a cat. It's like they're like brothers.
Yeah.
Well, since Cisco's the younger one, we'll just do age before beauty.
Okay, Cisco, don't mess this up for us. If it's a Tarrasque, then you're not getting wet food for like a week. Here you go, buddy. Here you go. Cisco. Oh, Cisco can't read. It's a 71.
All right. On a
Good
71.
job, Cisco.
Good job, Cisco. You guys are walking, and it's starting to get darker. It's dusk, and you cross a bridge, and you hear a voice from underneath the bridge say, "I have a tail, but no body. I have a head, but no brain. What am I?"
A worm?
A book?
No. No. I have a tail, but no body. I have a head, but no brain. What am I?
Are you stupid?
A coin?
And as Belgoria says, a coin, water starts to shoot up out of the body of water that you guys are crossing with this bridge, and you hear it go ching 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 ching, and 50 coins come shooting out of this water and land right in front of you.
I like this bridge, and it's gonna go right in my little neck satchel, just plink. And then I look at Z and say, maybe we split dinner.
No. Okay. I just, want to do something nice for the group. Feel the urge to do one good deed.
Be my
every
guest
day.
then.
No, it's
Be
not
my
like
guest.
I'm not like.
No. Be my guest.
No, I'm not like
I
trying
will
to
keep
like.
the 50 gold. No, absolutely.
Yeah,
Go
keep
right
it.
ahead.
Like you got the question right. Why are we fighting?
Y'all are exhausting.
I wouldn't mind having dinner twice.
He is 7 feet tall.
You raise a good point, Tyrese. Fine. The meal after the next one is on me.
That
See,
sounds lovely.
Isn't that a lot? We both get to do something nice.
Yep.
All right. You keep traveling. It's not super eventful from this point forward. You're just traveling. You're doing your thing. You stop and you have one dinner that Z buys. You continue your travels through the next day. The next day you have a dinner that Belgoria buys. And on the third day, about midday, you realize that you are basically going to arrive in Spirit Glen in about the next 30 to 40 minutes. And as you are making this 30 to 40 minute journey, you realize that there is a mysterious fog descending upon you. And the fog gets thicker and thicker, and it looks like this fog has eaten part of the city. You can't see certain buildings because it's so thick. It looks like part of the trail has been consumed and eaten away. The brush, you don't hear any animals singing or rustling. It's just very, very mysterious. In fact, it's so strange that your eyes kind of hurt because your brains can't really comprehend what you're saying.
Anybody else see what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't
Not
know
much.
why it's so cloudy. Is this the mouse weed?
I don't know. I've been high for days. I thought this would end. I'm actually a little worried.
If only one of us could fly and like.
Are you going to respond to that comment about flying, Belgoria?
Belgoria is still very salty that she tried to bond with Z, and Z was like, actually, so Belgoria is not listening to Z. Didn't hear what he said about flying. Very pointedly not listening to Z.
Tyrese is going to forget that Belgoria can also fly. And be like, hey, can't you turn yourself into like a little bird?
I could turn myself into a big bird.
You can do big birds? Show me.
But not like the 6 foot yellow ones that don't fly.
And then you see me like start turning into like a yellow bird, and like and then I'm like, oh no, okay, never mind.
Does anybody want to roll investigation? Roll investigation then to see if you're gonna fly and look at this.
Okay. I can do that. I can do that. But
Shouldn't be me.
mine is like it's you know it's a 12.
Well,
I
Belgoria,
got a
Uh,
what's your turn?
22.
And I got 3.
I didn't roll because I ain't
Uh,
finding shit.
on with a 22, how do you want to say that you investigated this first of all? Because you're gonna find out a lot on a 22, clearly.
So I think first I'm gonna finally turn and acknowledge Z and say, actually, I think if you turn into a big bird, like a very big bird, maybe you could carry Tyrese or I could carry Tyrese and someone can carry Rayla and then we have all of our eyes looking.
When I said big bird, I meant like a hawk, like compared to like a sparrow. Not really at
Big is very subjective. Yeah, I can
yeah.
see.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Could turn to a dolphin.
Do dolphins fly?
Just
Also,
wanted
also
you guys
what's
to
a
know for
dolphin?
later. Oh, it's like a how do you describe a dolphin? It's like a fish, but like
Aries, can maybe you climb like a tree or something and see if you can get above this?
Oh, I can for sure. I'm gonna put my sword in my back fur, but like very cool, like so it just looks like I'm like He-Man, but as a
He
and
can.
then I'm gonna morph myself into like the cat pounce mode and like shuffle my butt for a second and then jump onto a tree. Oh, I think.
And when you get to the top of the tree on Belgoria's 22, you guys are going to realize clearly that this is not a natural fog. This is some kind of terrible, terrible magic. And it is literally attempting to eat this town.
mhm.
Well, shit.
Do we know anybody in this town? Cause it's probably gonna go bye bye.
Well, we're looking for the scribe from the old kingdom who has the records. Aside from that, we shouldn't know anyone here.
Well, we
Let's
best.
maybe try and find him before there's no more city.
Yeah. You guys should actually come up here. It's actually kind of
Um,
pretty.
I'll fly up.
does anybody want to take them up on that offer? All
I
right,
like
you
jump to like try to grab a branch, but then I can't, and then I give up.
I'm kind of afraid of heights.
Belgoria, you take that offer, you fly up, and it is Tyrese didn't lie to you, it is very pretty, but town is definitely being consumed by bad magic fog.
Who would have thought someone's impending demise would be so beautiful?
It really is quite stunning and horrifying at the same time.
Mm, I have the chills.
You both go back down to the ground and you continue walking. You start looking for where you think the scribe may be. Can everybody roll? I need 2 rolls actually. The first one's going to be a con save.
Okay.
Modified 20.
13.
Modified 20. 13.
23.
23.
21.
21. All right, everybody passed. Don't worry about it. Can I get who's got your insight is very high, Gloria.
Mine is.
Insight +1 on Rayla. Insight. Ooh, that is nice, Tyrese. +4. So can Tyrese and Belgoria roll insight for me?
Yes.
Modified 20.
23. I don't know why D&D Beyond's being so good to me tonight.
It's a good day.
Hey, y'all are getting real lucky because I will say I set that one high because I wanted it to be hard. It was 17. Didn't think anybody was going to beat it. You definitely did. So you guys, with insight check, and this track story wise, that you were up above, and you had a nice view of the city and the houses, and both kind of zeroed in on a house that just square spread with it. You don't really know what that means, but like you saw it, and you're both like, "Let's go there." You guys making your way down, and I get in front of that house, and you
We all lost Jordan, right? We're all like,
Yes.
Yeah.
okay. And we're just not gonna say anything. We're just gonna.
Tomo origato, Miss.
Jordan, you got digitized.
Can you see me now?
Yeah.
Hang
Yes.
on.
The
Jake,
internet.
go to break. I'm gonna leave and come back. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. You're moving.
Yes.
You're fine.
Can you? Is everything normal again?
Mhm.
Yes.
I think so.
I mean, what is normal?
Wow.
Well, I mean, should we go to a 2-minute break so I can disconnect and come back? Is the question.
You look perfect right now
Mhm.
and sound
And you
perfect.
always look perfect.
Do I sound perfect?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna keep going. You guys see a house that looks like what you think is a scribe's house. So you all start making your way there. As you are about to knock on the door, you hear what can best be described as growling, and the fog starts moving a lot faster towards you. And at this point, everyone's gonna roll initiative.
Oh, hell nah.
A hot 7.
I will see your
Oof.
7 and raise you a 6.
16.
Yikes.
And a 20 from Z.
All right, hang on. Let me write this down because I need to do my rolls too.
Oh, I didn't take mine. If it didn't take mine, do I get to reroll?
No, that's you said 6. We're sticking with 6.
Because I just got a nat 20. You said we're sticking with the 6? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Hang on, let me write it down.
I hope we're fighting a tree.
Moses.
I desperately hope we're fighting a
Got a
tree.
6. Belgoria got a 7.
Oh, my 6 came up now. It's showing up.
What did you get, Z?
20?
What did you roll, Jeff?
20?
Woo! Okay. And then Kiki, you got a
16.
16.
Right.
Okay. So I actually I also got a natty 20. So the fog just is descending on you. You hear this growling. You turn around and there is a Gnothic behind you. That's a big old D&D claw beast, like a big old monster boy. He real ugly looking. He got one big old eye and like
Monster boy.
weird hands. I don't know how to describe him. He's gross looking. And he is going to make a 2-clawed attack at Z. And a 4 doesn't break your armor class, I'm assuming, right?
Oh, it's close. It was close.
Yeah, no. He's only got one eye, so I guess like his depth perception isn't great. So he swings at you, but he misses, which is now gonna lead right into your turn. Z, what would you like to do?
So I look at the team and I'm just like, hey guys, like, who would you say the strongest person in this party is?
I don't want to toot my horn, but I actually think that goes to Belgoria.
Well, let's see who's really the strongest. And then I bite my hand, and like blood like starts leaking out. And then like all this lightning appears. I'm polymorphic, but I just added a little bit of
I appreciate the flavor.
to make it look bad.
Yeah.
And then I transform myself into a giant ape.
Whoa.
Ooh,
I'm about to turn to Belgoria. Action.
that's nice.
I think
Fun.
he wears a crown now.
I think you might be right. Also, it doesn't look nearly that cool when I do anything, so I think we have to give this one to him.
And then there's still just like a little snake just like hanging out on my shoulder. So I don't think I can attack this round, but I like brace myself because if he tries to move, I would like to try to like like I'm ready for a fight.
That brings us to Rayla's turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast Magic Missile and shoot him up with darts of crazy force because I'm not trying to get close.
Get him.
walking.
Brah!
Kiki is back, y'all.
Right, Kiki
Bruh.
is back. Kiki came back and said,
You know, 5?
huh?
5?
To hit, 5 does not hit. I'm sorry. He is strong.
Yeah. Mm,
Guess
Okay.
she's back. Tell a friend.
can it at least like sting his toe or something? Like make like one toe get fat or something?
It flies around his head and is very disorienting. He's only got one eye, so it's not like he can be looking at a lot of places at once. So we'll say that he's a little dizzy. Maybe he's gonna have disadvantage now. We'll see. Belgoria,
Can Claw Doggy make a wisdom save, please?
oh no! Wait a minute. Don just informed me that magic missile auto hits. Don is absolutely right. So you did 5 points of damage to. You're right. It hits his toe. It makes his toe swell up. I will also keep my word and say that he's dizzy, and maybe doesn't feel great. What was the question before I read Don's
Sorry.
message in chat?
Can Claw Doggy make a wisdom save, please?
Oh God, I don't. Okay, I think he's dumb. Yeah, he don't have any pluses to wisdom. So here we
I
go.
was hoping so.
That was a nat 2.
Sir,
Just a 2.
should have stayed in the educational system, you dumbass.
Belgoria takes her, it's a morning star because I actually looked at my sheet and we've been over this, it's not a maze, takes her morning star and kind of taps it against her armor plating, and there's a chorus of tones that sound kind of like bells in a minor key, and he is going to take 2d8 of Toll the Dead damage.
Yep, that sounds about right. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's 14 damage altogether. He's not dead yet, but he's, it's not his best day.
He had a bad day.
Your turn.
Oh, I only rolled an
Tyrese?
8.
Wait. I thought I rolled 2d8 damage.
Wait, hold on. D&D Beyond's on some bullshit right now.
Yeah, it's a little slow,
Spell
right?
damage increases by 1 die when you reach 5th level. So it's supposed to be D8s, but D&D Beyond rolled D12s, and I'm not really sure why. I don't know what happened. Oh, because he was missing hit points. That's why.
Yeah.
I've
So
never
we-
actually used that successfully before, so we're all learning together.
We're all learning together. I'm going to stick with I rolled 2d8s of damage, right?
Yeah.
No, whatever. He got hit, all right? He's not dead yet, but he got damaged.
Cool.
We're all learning together. We're just gonna roll with this. Tyrese, how would you like to attack?
I'm gonna reach and pull out my sword. Alright, let's see if I know how to use this. And I'm gonna try to strike down at him in his face. I wasn't sure what kind of sword it was. I assume since it's going to be as tall as me, I chose a long sword. Is that okay?
That was kind of my assumption that it would be a longsword. Maybe a scimitar, but like longsword felt better.
I love that. So I'm going to try to mark this fool. This one? Wow. Does a 7 hit?
A 7 does not hit, my friend.
Do we have inspiration in this? Because if so, I think we said some pretty good singers that should have been
Yeah, I
awarded.
mean, yeah, y'all. Here's the thing. I have not been handing out inspiration the way that I should have because y'all have been killing it with the zingers recently. So I will, as a DM, say that everybody has one inspiration right now, at least.
I'm gonna cash in on mine right now.
All right, cool.
Can I uncash in on that? We'll just say I took the 7 and that's cool.
Just because that was funny the way you said that, yes, I'm gonna allow you to keep your inspiration.
Cool.
Also, we are getting advised at chat. For some reason, longsword is censored in chat, but great sword would be the big one. Do you want the big one?
I want that big. Let's do the great sword.
All right, yeah, it's a great sword then. Now I will say that the fog gets a turn because I did find a character sheet for Vile Fog as a monster. Thank you, DM Dave, on the internets. Fog is going to attempt to choke Tyrese. Can I get a con save?
I'm gonna say I'm still high as well, so we can do it with disadvantage because this mouse weed hits different.
That mouse weed hits. If there's one thing you've learned on this show,
So I get a.
it's not how to use magic missile. It's that mouse weed hits.
It does. Honestly, I wish it was in real life. I had an 11, I think, or a 13. So an 11.
A 13 does not save. The DC was going to be 15. So on a failed throw, you have you're going to do 2. You're going to take 2d8 damage, and then you're going to have a hard time breathing until the end of Vile Fog's next turn. So get ready for that. Roll your 2d8s.
Together, all the is 8. I got a 1 and a 7.
Oh yeah, that's not even that bad. You got hit points to spare. And
What-
you also have a loot if you need it.
Can you describe the smell that I'm smelling?
It smells like hot garbage. Like when you drive past hot garbage on the freeway and then you're like, oh, what does that smell? But then you pass it, but then it's there again, like that.
Sweet death.
You're waiting for its release. Now it's the one-eyed boy's turn. And he is disoriented, so he's going to make this turn at a disadvantage, but he's going to try to melee attack with his hands again, and he's going to try to do that with he's going to try and melee attack Rayla with his gross. Oh, you want it?
I want it so
Z?
bad.
All right, Z. He's going to try and all right, he's going to try and claw attack Z then. Let's roll and see if he does anything. Does a 9? Does 9 hit?
It does not. It does not hit my beautiful ape body.
No, there's nothing. He does not hit the ape body because he can barely see. He's got one eye. It's very foggy. Magic missiles just went past his head. He's confused. It's not a great night to be him. Which brings us to Rayla's turn. What you got, girl?
Well, I'm gonna whip out my 2 daggers, and you know me, real knife thrower of a lady. I'm not trying to get near that nastiness, so I just both knives towards one-eyed boy's eyeball. Peace out, Mike Wazowski. You can't see nothing. You can't see me. Okay, I'm gonna roll to see if it
Hey,
actually
John
hits.
Cena, can you roll, please?
Yeah. 18.
Huh?
I said 18.
Ah, shit, 18 hits. Go ahead and give me some damage.
Whoa. 19.
Okay, and I admittedly made a mistake. It happens. We haven't played in a while, so my DMing skills are not as sharp as they should be. Jeff, my sincerest apologies. I did skip you in combat, my friend. Can I make that up to you by allowing you 2 actions?
Oh, and I'm just gonna make it as cool as possible. With my limited ape intelligence, I pray and connect with the divine, and you see my 2 fists split into 4 fists, and I become the great beast, ape god, just for a turn. And I make 4 because I can take 2 fist strikes in 1 turn. And I'm going to punch the shit out of that creature.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that.
Okay. So let me just do a little roll. Does a 15 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does a 20 hit?
A 20 kills this fucker. So
okay.
please
Well, not a
tell
natural
me...
20, just with the modifier.
No, he's down that many hit points. If you hit him for 20 damage, he's dead.
Oh no! I'm just rolling to see which of my fists hit.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, a 20 hit. So you hit him with 2 fists. Keep going.
Another 20 and a 12.
So you hit him with 3 fists. Now please roll for damage. And I swear to God, if you hit him with 3 fists and don't kill him...
Well, I have to roll 90-10 plus 18. So I think we could probably just assume that that's...
You folded this fool like a cheap suit. So please, tell us. Tell us how you crumpled him.
So I see my friends being choked. And also... but I still have like 8 mine. So I'm just like, not good, bad, fix, fight. And then I can't speak because I'm an ape. But it sounds like I'm saying something like 100 crack fist of the North Star. And you just hear... and then like the polymorph wears off for just a second. And then I say, "You're already dead." And I look at the fog and I say, "You're next." But it's an ape speak because I'm a giant ape. I'm not sure. Okay, great. I'm sure that was sure.
Yeah. We got you.
Okay, good.
So you killed that monster, and as you are correct, the fog is next. And that brings us to Belgoria. I don't love any of the... I like the character sheet that DM Dave has created, and I'm thankful for it. However, I don't necessarily like the way that he is chosen to describe fighting in the fog. So I'm going to let you guys just choose how you want to beat this fog's ass, however you'd like to.
I would like to ask a question, and I will do a check for it if I need to. Is Tyrese under the poison condition?
No. He just can't breathe.
Okay. We check. All right. Then in that case...
I mean, it does smell like ass, though.
That's true. In that case, I'm gonna... There's... Belgoria kind of looks at the big ape that is punching the shit out of this dog creature until it dies, and is just going to focus on the fog. And I'm gonna chromatic orb the fog at first level.
Sweet.
In theory. Let's make it. I don't know what's bad for fog. Sure. Well, it was a 7, so nothing happens.
Yeah, yeah. Nothing happens.
It was a 7,
Okay.
so
Tyrese, you are still suffering from the bad smell. Does it say whether or not you get to take your turn on this? It doesn't. It says that you're still suffocating, which I guess.
I mean, I imagine, especially as big as I am, I might be able to suffer a little before I
Yeah,
die.
I feel like you're suffering, but I feel like you'd probably still be able to fight. Maybe let's just say at disadvantage. How about that? Because we're making up the rules as we go along. So what would you like to attempt to do?
Either this is going to quicken my death, or maybe do some good. But because I'm already suffocating, I'm gonna try to see if I can suck the cloud into my lungs just by like doing like a big huff and see if I can absorb all of it.
Get it. Gravity bong the
Oh.
air.
I believe he's grappling the fog with his lungs. This is a grapple.
I that's a unique approach. I like it. Let's roll for the attack.
First roll is 16. The second roll, because you said at a disadvantage, is. Well, I mean, you were going to give it to me, right? Is that what you said? You're just gonna.
That's what I was hinting at. I was hinting at it hit. So if you just want to take that hint and let it go.
Yeah.
No, that's too easy for us. We won't. But thank you.
Okay. Right. Our leader.
Unilateral decisions from Jeff.
I got.
I'm just like.
Jeff said, "Actually, no. I'll take the check. Thank you."
No, you can't be better than me.
Jeff said, "We're playing by the rules. God damn it!"
The server brought
I paid
out
$20 for a rule book.
He brought out extra cheese sticks. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was your guys. You guys can have it." And Jeff is like, "No, send that back.
No.
We didn't order that."
Add it to the menu. We'll pay full price.
Jeff gets the extra onion ring in his drive-thru and drives back and is like, "I just asked for curly fries." What is this?
And here's $5. Sorry.
My second roll was a 9, so I don't think that hits.
No, a 9 does not hit, unfortunately.
Jeff just wants to fill the fog. That's it. He just wants everybody else to do it.
No.
It's selfish.
Yeah.
So you're coughing up a storm right now, and because of that, on the fog's turn, the fog is going to attempt to choke Z. So you just killed its weird dog friend. Go ahead and give me that con save.
Yeah. Let's see. That's a natural 20, 24.
It doesn't work. I guess gorilla lungs are impervious to the ass fog smell.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not a gorilla. I'm a giant ape. Please be respectful.
A giant ape. We are now back at the top of order, which means it is your turn, my friend. What would you like to do, Z?
So I look around, and again, very hard for me to understand context because I'm a giant ape. So if it seems like I'm like bogarting the fight, I don't have the usual, like empathy that Z has. So sorry.
And yeah, because Z has so much
empathy. That empathy that Z is just chock full of.
Abundant.
Yeah, it dropped from like a 10 to like a 7. So like now I'm empathy at disadvantage.
Also, Tyrese is no longer choking, by the way. Tyrese can breathe perfectly good now.
Perfect. I'm gonna but I like put together nothing like, oh, breath, lung, hold. And so I try to grapple the fog with my full body.
All right, give me your attack roll.
Okay, and I want you to know that this is like a dramatic, like, what was that movie where like The Rock and other celebrities were friends with like a giant ape, and the ape had to like fight like other animals.
Rampage.
Rampage. Yeah, it's like one of those where like I'm like jumping to like grab something.
I fell asleep
that
on that movie,
landed.
guys. I loved the
It
video game
wasn't.
though.
For those of you who saw that I rolled twice, it landed on its side on the corner. I'm a very honest person. It was going to be a 17, but now it's a 11 plus 6, which is 17. Do I grapple the fog?
Yes, you do.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm never doing
17
magic again. I'm just only going to be an ape from now on.
And when the fog is grappled, you still get to do damage to it, correct? You're not just holding it for somebody else.
I don't know. I've never grappled something before, like ever in my 15 years of playing D&D. So
I literally only cast magic use melee attacks. I don't grapple.
This blogger says that it counts as an attack. So I'm gonna just say like I'm fine because like I have empathy, like holding it so that it's at disadvantage and other people can like stab it in some shit. And if you accidentally stab me, I'm a giant ape. I've got like 1,000 hit points.
All right. It is now your turn, Rayla. What would you like to do as the fog has been grappled?
I mean, I'm real good at distractions and disturbances, so I'm just gonna reach into Jan and grab my hand fan, and then I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and just wave the fan at the fog and see if it decides to just go away. Get out of here. I'm gonna turn around and throw a little butt wiggle in it and be like, get over here.
So just give me a damage roll because since it's already being grappled, your attack is gonna work.
All right. Damage is a 13.
I need to do a calculator on that because math is not my strong suit. We know this. Not dead yet, but worse for wear. It is now your turn, Belgoria. You see what Rayla is doing is working to some capacity.
I would like to cast daylight on the fan that the mage hand is waving, because it's fog, right? Yeah, it's I don't have to roll to hit. It's just gonna light up real bright, and I would like to try and just use the fan that Rayla is already waving to blast this fucking fog out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, is that a damage roll now?
No, it's just very bright light.
Okay.
I don't know what it does to the fog because the spell only talks about darkness, but I imagine that daylight is strong enough to get rid of a small cloud of fog. I hope.
Yeah. Yes. And also, I mean, even though it says that there's no damage roll, this is very unique and lovely. And I would just like to kill this damn monster. So give me a damage roll.
Bet.
Boom.
Bet.
Mm-hmm. That's a nat 20.
Burn, baby, burn.
So it's not quite dead, but there's so little fog left at this point. It's kind of absurd. And that brings us to Tyrese's turn. What would you like to do, my friend?
I imagine it's grappled, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's grappled. It's being blown away. Daylight is being casted. It's like a small poot of air now.
It's super duper small, so I'm gonna do my huff and puff move again. I'm gonna gravity bong this thing out of existence.
Give me a good old D20 roll.
13.
Oh, yep, 13. You tell me what you do after you inhale all the gross fog.
I sit and perch myself up, and you start hearing me like molt in my mouth, and it's like, and I'm gonna cough up the hairball edition of all that fog condensed into that hairball.
It's gross, my friend. It's real gross.
Smells like caca.
And I'm gonna take my claws and I'm gonna bat it. Anybody want?
I like also see it, and then I'm also like, smash, smash.
And as you were doing that, the door to what you assumed was the scribe's house opens. And you see a woman who basically looks like the Black Stevie Nicks. And she leans out the door and she says, "I'm Rhiannon. I believe you're here to meet with me, yes?"
Yeah, girl. Where'd you get that hat? Looking cute.
And she does a little pose and she's like, "This old thing? Oh, it was a gift from Loop Daddy."
Loop Daddy.
Loop Daddy.
Oh,
He really gets around.
Great.
bless his heart.
Perseus rode ahead and told me that I should be expecting friends, yes?
Oh, Percy. Yes, that is correct.
I have a question for you. How did that message get to you before we did?
Perseus has his ways.
Man. 4 odd days traveling all the way up in here only to be smothered out by a hot piece of trash. Yeah, any water?
Come in. I've actually prepared some tea for you all. Come in, come in. And Rhiannon guides you into her home. It's a lovely, just a lovely cottage. There's lots of books everywhere, some magical equipment. Yes, Z?
How tall are the door frames?
Because you're still a
Tall
gorilla
enough.
for no reason.
Tall enough for
Did
a
you say
giant
I'm a
ape to fit
gorilla?
through.
Did you call me a gorilla?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Chuck said ape.
The doors are tall enough for you and Tyrese to fit into the home. However, the living room does seem very crowded. And yes, Rhiannon pours you all tea. Apparently, Z is struggling with that as he's still in great ape form. And Rhiannon looks around and says, there's no need to belabor the point. You are here for the family tree, correct?
That's 100% correct.
This is the only copy. My mother's mother began creating it. My mother tended to it, and I tended to it. However, Mordred is very keen that this information not get out. So as you'll notice, and she unrolls the scroll, part of it has been destroyed. And she says part of it has been destroyed. However, she flips it over. On what is remaining of the family tree, there's kind of a family story. And it's kind of like the begats in the Bible, where it's like Abraham begat Samuel, who begat this person who did that. And so it has all these different, this king gave birth to this king and that king. And she points out one very important piece on the family tree. And she says, if you'll notice, this king had black hair. His son had black hair. His son had black hair, and the son behind him also had black hair. I do ask you, what color is Mordred's hair? And do you all know the answer to this? Yes. Mordred is blonde.
What in the Lannister hell is going on here?
What in the Lannister is going on here?
And Rhiannon smiles at you all as you spit out the tea, and she says, I know that you have already been on quite a long journey. and I know that Perseus has sent you on a twofold goose chase. First, to get this from me, and secondly, to find the true heir. I do have a friend named Rufio. If you go to Wolf Harbor, which is about 2 days' journey from here, he may have answers for you.
Um,
Rufio.
do you have one of those spacecrafts that can get us over there? One of those aircrafts that just goes.
I don't have any of those, but I should be able to mix you up a transportation potion. It will need to brew overnight. You're more than welcome to stay here. However, the polymorph, he can't sleep in my bed in that form. I have a very nice guest room. He will not fit.
No fit. I like start like breaking the form like that. Will be fine.
And she looks at you and like makes a motion with her hand, and one of your snakes pops out and just like waves at her with a full snake face. And she waves back.
If you're gonna be here overnight, I'm gonna lean over. Do you have any more of that mouse weed?
I got you.
And when you say that, Rhiannon walks over to one of her windows and opens them, and a crow comes in, and the crow lands in her hand, and she says, "Sir DoorDash, please do go pick us up a meal." And she sends him away.
I like it.
And the crow comes back with several plates of mutton and a cup of some soup, some beer, and sets it all in. And she says, "Thank you, DoorDash," and he flies away
I throw
again.
a coin at the crow.
That was great.
Before.
Brat, $6.95 upcharge.
Surge pricing. And you all, you have a nice dinner with Rhiannon, and she starts working on the cello for the transportation potion. And you, at the end of the evening, go upstairs for a long rest, and that's where we will take our rest, and we'll be back next week, guys.
Yay!
I hope my friends at this virtual table enjoyed our session tonight. I hope you, the viewers, enjoyed our virtual session this evening. It was so great to be back with everyone. I'm Jordan. I am the DM around these parts. If I'm not here, then I am playing games on Exquisite Corpse or Fresh Out the Box, or I'm talking about pop culture on Smells Like Teen Angst. And if I'm not doing those three things, probably sleeping. You know who also be loving a good nap? My friend Kiki.
Oh, naps are glorious. If I could create a company to give everyone the love I feel after a nap, I would. I know naps don't work for everyone, but when I'm not napping, I'm either here or working or sometimes doing stuff at Smells Like Teen Angst or babysitting because life. But you know who doesn't do any of those things but does a lot of taxes? My good friend Jeff.
Oh, you know, it's been fun. I'm Jeff, and I hope you know, through the fun we learned a very important distinction between apes and gorillas. Or wait, no. So primates. So primates are the ones with thumbs, but then all are ape. Wait, huh? Was I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. You know who's actually never wrong? DK.
Oh boy, that's a lot of pressure and also patently incorrect. I'm wrong always. It's like my main skill in life. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad everybody's back. I'm glad that we're all back together because I miss my friends when we don't play. You know who may or may not miss us when we don't play? Moses. He might not need us.
I'm gonna take the suggestion and I'm gonna leave it ambiguous. I can neither confirm nor deny if I miss you guys when we don't play. But I can say that I had fun today, and I might have fun next week. Take it away, Jordan.
DK, I just got your text because my phone was on Do Not Disturb, and the answer for next week is yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we fighting a tree?
And we're going to leave that mystery in the air. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.